Fascia, this is the theory of fascia. In the early 2000s, they came up with a microscope that has 2,000 times magnification. I'm gonna bring it all back to martial arts in a second, okay? But before, when they used to do autopsies and they would cut and they're checking out organs and stuff, when they cut you open, there was a thin white layer right under your skin, and they used to call it the waste matter because they didn't have a name for it. They couldn't tell what it was, so they just threw it away. So it's like when you skin chicken, that white layer that's on top of the meat of the chicken, that is your fascia. So we all have it, all animals have it. So in 2000, early 2000s, they came up with a 2,000 time magnification microscope. When they looked under it, they saw it looked like cobwebs. When they were able to power that microscope with a computer and look even deeper, they saw nothing but the highways for nerve endings. So your fascia carries all your nerve endings, right? And your fascia actually wraps not only under your skin, it wraps every organ, it wraps in your bone, it's in your tendons and ligaments are fascia bound up together. Cartilage is fascia bound up together. They were able to figure that out, that all of that is actually fascia. So when I say open up your joints, you're actually opening up your fascia too, okay? So the theory is, since the fascia carries it's connective tissue, so like if I lean over and I'm doing this, right? My skeletal system is not aligned to hold me up, and I'm not using, some muscles are getting triggered, but what's keeping me over from falling over is my fascia. It's like saran wrap. So now it got tight in my back, it got tight on my hamstrings, it got tight on my shins, it got tight on the top of my foot, because it's preventing me from falling over. So now if it's busy doing that, the fascia can't do the first animal instinct we have is survival. So it's gonna say, you need to stay up and not fall on your face, right? But if it's free, then it can do this and stretch. And this is where you get the rebound energy, the counterforce energy, the elastic energy, if you want to call it. They have a bunch of names for it. And that's how you see the teachers bouncing everyone, because they're using and utilizing their fascia. So we can bounce people, but you can also control their whole bodies through fascia, right? So now, fascia, if I press hard, I feel his bone, that's too much. If I barely touch his skin or the hairs on his skin, that's too little. I need in between that. So you gotta kind of figure out how to feel and be in between that. So I'm gonna go, this is too light, this is too hard, because I'm pressing on his bones now, so I need in between that. So there you go. So now I just touched him, but I'm touching the fascia, which is the layer right underneath his skin. So you got, it's like a sandwich, you got skin, fascia, muscle. I need to play with that layer right under his skin. So this is the layer I'm playing with. So now I came up with this thing called brushing. So he grabs, look, I'm just gonna brush. But if I do it too hard, I'm in the bone. I do it too light, it's not in his fascia, it's just on top of the skin. So I need in between that, right? I need an in between that. I need an in between that. I need in between that. Okay? A little lighter, a little bit more connected. It's the water balloon, right? Just a little bit more connected. There we go. There we go. Okay, good. Okay. So now, when it comes to this, here, check this out. I'm gonna brush his shoulder. I'm gonna brush his back at the same time. I'm gonna brush his hand. I'm gonna brush his back at the same time. I'm gonna brush his tricep and his forearm at the same time. My bicep now is gonna roll on his bicep, and this hand is going to brush his forearm. So every single movement I'm doing, I can brush and control his fascia. And then you got the cool ones that look like this, with the one finger stuff, right? So I got one finger, I'm not pushing him down, look. I'm screwing and pushing, so I get to pinch. I get to pinch the fascia. So now it's like, oh, I'm a grandmaster, I put people down with one finger. But once you know the theory behind it, it can be done. It can be done with your toe. Look, my toe is here. I'm gonna twist the fascia that's on his foot. And now what I'm gonna do is, because I can't move my foot, I'm gonna put my mind where I want the energy to go, which is the back of his neck. Or his hip. Or I even touch here. I'm just my calf on his calf. So I'm not trying to move him out the way. I wanna rub the skin on his calf. So you get simple throws from, so you'll see like one guy that you can see on YouTube, and he still has a lot of videos out there. It's Hatsumi Sensei. He has a lot of videos, and he's just doing this to people, and he just barely touches them, and everyone is just flying, and everybody's like, he's a fake, that's not real. But this is what he's doing. It's a barely touching, but he's barely, this is me touching his bone, I can't do anything. This is me being too light, and now this is me touching his fascia. Right, this is me touching his fascia. This is me touching his fascia. This is me touching his fascia. This is me. I'm not throwing him, even though we're touching here. Look, I'm pulling the fascia that's here on him, and this is twisting the fascia that's here. Just twisting the fascia that's here. So you can play with it's so fun now, even here around the neck. Look, I don't need to pull his neck. I'm pulling the skin on his neck to get control of him. So it's just, you're pulling the skin. You're pulling the skin, okay? So don't play with anyone's necks, but you guys can play around. This is a pretty cool one because no one gets hurt. You can do their chest or their shoulder. You can go up with one, and this one you brush down. And the person's body just collapses. All right, so we can partner up if you're still here.